Are you an emo kid?
I was actually at the most emo dinner party the other night. Brendan and Pete went sitting next to each other, and I just got to ask them every single question.
Okay, so we're all just generally like not doing okay right now, right? Not only did Miss Avril Lavigne release her first single in ages this week, plus a music video, which, whew, but also Taylor Swift chose violence by releasing the all too well 10-minute version movie along with the entirety of Red, Taylor's version. So naturally I am freaking out, and I know that my channel is usually centered around alternative music and subcultures, but I need to put my Taylor Swift feelings somewhere, or I will legitimately probably explode and maybe have to go to therapy twice a week, and I just simply can't afford that, so here we are. So I thought it would just be kind of fun to dive into Taylor Swift's connections to the alternative world, the emo world as it were, and also her past on Myspace as an adorably cringe, non-famous tween like the rest of us. I want to try to bridge the gap between her artistry and the intense culture surrounding it, and the alternative groups that shaped her as much as they shaped us. As much as she never truly committed like style or hair-wise, other than that one photo from her CSI episode, Taylor Swift was and is fucking emo like the rest of us. So let's discuss. So first off, Taylor, like many of us, came of age during the Myspace era. A tumultuous, cringy time when we were all still kind of trying to figure out what social media even was, and all of our cringy 15-year-old musings were blasted across the internet for the world to see. She had a page where she would talk about her music, obviously, but she also just kind of used Myspace like a regular teenage girl, and luckily we have some deep-fried screenshots of her old Myspace interactions, and they are just chef's kiss. Let's take a look at her Myspace bio from 2007, shall we?
I play a 12-string guitar, and I have since I was 12. I'm a songwriter first and foremost, and I've never written anything I didn't mean. I'm obsessed with lyrics. I love Tennessee, and talking to people. I was born on December 13th, 1989. 13 is my lucky number. I can tell you some really weird coincidences that involve that number. Long story short, 13 is good. I'm the most competitive person I know. I never really got into sports, so I guess you could say music is my game. I love people who are nice to me. I've never been one to say things like, "Oh, you people think you know me." Well, you don't. I'm not that complicated. My complications come out in my songs. All you need to do to be my friend is like me. I don't wear high heels a lot because I'm afraid of falling in front of large groups of people. My middle name is Allison. I'm most comfortable in dresses, not old faded blue jeans, surprisingly. I sing country music. I'm obsessed with that too. I guess you kind of have to be. I have beautiful friends. Be one. I really like it when people tell me they like my music. It's everything I've got, so it really means a lot to me. I'm really weird sometimes, but you are too. I've never been the kind of girl who needs a boyfriend. I don't go out looking for guys, but then again, I don't write a lot of love songs. Basically, I'm single. I love pictures. I have a bunch of them hung up on my bus bunk, because you can't forget where you came from. I need everything to be organized, all the time. I think little kids are awesome. I'm just gonna warn you now, if you start a conversation about Law & Order, SVU, or CSI with me, we will be talking for at least an hour. I consider myself an expert on those two things. Only those two things. I love trucks. They are works of art. I'm a thinker and an overanalyzer. I'm 5'11". I'm not jaded. And to all the people who have ever blasted my songs from their car stereo, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Love, 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 T.
I just love how fucking long this goes on. Like, it reminds me a lot of when I was on Tumblr and you would just try to squeeze as much information about yourself into like the tiny sidebar as possible, except she writes like an entire fucking novel. But like, what else are we gonna expect? Like that's on us. She caught us slipping. Some of her Myspace posts are kind of like lacking context, which like literally all of them are lacking context, who am I kidding? But some of them are obviously in conversation with her other Myspace friends, so we don't get the other side of the conversation, but they're just so gloriously teenage. She demands prom pictures.
Put up prom pictures! And as soon as I get my laptop back, I'll be leaving you a certain picture I think you'll like, because a certain girl might see it. Love, 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 T.
She's appalled by prom pictures.
That picture of me up at the top is gross. That is sick, take it down. It serves no purpose other than to make me look fugly. I want it off now, but I love you.
She maniacally boasts about being on her friend Abigail's top 8.
I read your complaining comment about how you're not on Abigail's top 8. Well, how could you be? I'm there, taking your spot, ha 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 ha. Evil laugh, you know the drill. Well, anyway, listen, my queer fellow. I thinketh we shall hangeth out sometime soon, eh? Yes, I do believe I am growing fond of this idea. Drive over in your sex van and come pick me up. Farewell, knave. T.
She drops some interesting inside jokes.
I definitely just deep-throated the lollipop. Hey, little girl, do you want to know a secret? Ha ha ha. Thanks for helping me with my computer troubles. I know you bend many way for me. I like that.
Another inside joke, this one cuter.
Just a little reminder to you that even though the semester may be over, I'm still quite obsessed with you. Haha, fuck sewing machines. Love, 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 T.
She jokes about stalking her friend Kelsey Morris, I think.
I'm obsessed with you. If you look out your window and down the street about 200 yards, you may see a big white van parked on the street. I am inside the van with a telescope and computer, just trying to catch a glimpse of Kelsey damn Morris. Haha, end of story.
There are also just general posts of her being a little weirdo and like not like the other girls, and those are my personal favorites.
My name is Taylor. I'm not clingy. I do not want a boyfriend. I do not show signs of wanting a boyfriend. I do not make hints leading on to the fact that I may want a boyfriend. So how, tell me on earth, is it possible for someone to confuse this issue and ignore me because they don't want a girlfriend? Blah, 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 blah. T. Here's a little limerick for you to solve while I waste my life away on the couch with a godforsaken migraine that is threatening my life, eating ice cream out of the gallon container, watching War of the Worlds, wondering why I was fat as a 10-year-old and not cute like Dakota Fanning, and thinking, hey, this wouldn't be so bad, everything getting blown to shit and half the world dying. Life pretty much sucks anyway. I don't want what I can get. I fuck up what I had, so I shouldn't want it. I want what doesn't want me. Therefore, I can't get it. Therefore, I can't be happy. Therefore, I sit in class writing notes to my equally psychotic redheaded best friend about how to achieve ultimate happiness when honestly we're just dreamers because no one is ever permanently happy. I have blonde hair and my name rhymes sailor. What am I? Oh shit, it's me. Have an equally joyous night. Fa la la, I love Christmas. T. I have one word for you. Chortle, bitch.
So Taylor is a longtime vocal fan of emo Trinity legends Fall Out Boy. In 2013, Taylor actually duetted with Fall Out Boy at the Victoria's Secret fashion show, performing their song, My Songs Know What You Did in the Dark, while the Victoria's Secret angels are strutting around them. And there's some really cute moments here, like when she introduces the band.
My name is Taylor. These are my friends Patrick, Pete, Andy, and Joe, and they are Fall Out Boy.
And at the end when she and Patrick do a really like bro-y high five. Also, she really kills it vocally on this track, conjuring like cutting vocals that maybe foreshadowed the vibe of her later Reputation album. She and the band have had a long-standing compliment off in the press, mentioning how much they respect each other's artistry and the impact that they've had on one another. In 2018, when Fall Out Boy's Mania album had just come out, Patrick Stump told the Daily Star newspaper that he thought Taylor would really like the album. Taylor's great, I'm a fan, I hope she likes it. I'm sure she will, especially someone like her. She's a really great lyricist and a really great songwriter, so it'd be great for Taylor to appreciate our work too. In her 2019 Apple Music interview with Zane Lowe, Taylor cited Pete Wentz as one of her favorite lyricists of all time, specifically citing Fall Out Boy lyrics as inspiration for her song Blank Space.
Pete Wentz is probably, if I had to pick a favorite lyricist, it would be a tie between him and Lana Del Rey. Blank Space is a song that's just zingers, one after another, which I definitely learned from listening to Fall Out Boy.
Also in 2019, she once again mentioned her admiration of Fall Out Boy's lyricism in a Rolling Stone article. I love Fall Out Boy so much. Their songwriting really influenced me, lyrically, maybe more than anyone else. They take a phrase and they twist it. Loaded God complex, cock it and pull it. When I heard that, I was like, I'm dreaming. So other than going to that dinner with him and Pete Wentz that one time, Taylor has obviously worked with Panic! At the Disco lead singer Brendan Urie, featuring him on her track Me from her Lover album. Also, the two have just publicly gushed about each other's work a lot over the years, even way before the release of their song together.
Taylor Swift is pretty next level.
I'm really living for your friendship with Brendan Urie right now.
Oh, he's the best.
And Taylor, I love you, and I'm just so grateful for this. You're just so awesome. Thanks.
I remember you coming to the show. Thank you for saying that. Brendan Urie is one of the most
Panic! At the Disco.
Incredible performers.
Yeah.
It'll turn into reality, you guys.
So way back in the day, aka 2009, Taylor featured on a popular Boys Like Girls song, Two Is Better Than One, off of their legendary album Love Drunk. She also took part in this hilariously awkward and oh so vintage MTV show called Once Upon a Prom, wherein, you know, celebrities take a real high schooler to their prom. And she and Abigail are spotted wearing Boys Like Girls merch. Also, this one is an amazing nugget from the past, but Taylor and Boys Like Girls frontman Martin Johnson actually teamed up in 2009 to write a song for the Hannah Montana movie soundtrack. They wrote the song, You'll Always Find Your Way Back Home, and it was amazing.
You can change your hair and you can change your clothes. You can change your mind, that's just the way it goes. You are where the real you.
Taylor incidentally also has a cameo in the Hannah Montana movie, performing her own song Crazier, and her country teen girl sensibilities just lent themselves really well to this movie soundtrack, and I say good for her. So Taylor's saga with Paramore actually starts in 2009 when she was spotted in this blurry ass footage singing along to a Paramore concert. And then in 2011, she invited Hayley Williams on stage to perform during her Speak Now tour. She's also just really good friends with Hayley Williams in general, with many photos over the years documenting them at award shows and concerts and friends' birthday parties. Just gals being pals. For example, Hayley appeared in her music video for Bad Blood as made-up fantasy character The Crimson Curse, which, legendary. She and Hayley also attended the wedding of Josh Farro, former Paramore lead guitarist, together, which led to a lot of cute, wholesome photos like this one. And at Taylor's best friend's birthday party, Hayley even joined in singing Dashboard Confessional's Hands Down with the duo and Chris Carrabba himself.
Hands down, this is the best day I can ever remember. Always remember the sound.
So obviously sonically, for the most part, Taylor's music falls very distinctly into the pop indie category these days, with roots planted firmly in the country genre as well. But I really firmly believe that she is skilled at writing across genres. Like, I do literally think that she's the best songwriter of our generation, and I will say it. But there's always been something special when she taps into like anger and angst in her songwriting, getting a little more aggro and incorporating a full band for a sound that is a little hardcore. And I'm not talking about Reputation, because first of all, that's cheating. And second of all, that album sonically is actually like poppy as hell underneath all of her like scathing cancellation drama. No, I'm talking about some oldies that are like pretty sonically hardcore and that I would absolutely mosh to in like 2010. So first off, there's Picture to Burn off of her first ever album, her self-titled debut. This song goes hard. Are there banjo and fiddles and sort of a country sheen over the whole thing? Totally. Is the main lyric about a pickup truck? You got me there. But you can't deny that the verses are straight out of a pop punk song. Like something about the cutting vocals, the like fun little jabs she puts in lyrically, the like muted bar chord feel, really does it for me. Like, tell me the song does not have the exact same vibe as My Own Worst Enemy by Lit. Like, listen to this. And now listen to this.
State the obvious, I didn't get my perfect fantasy. I realized you loved yourself more than you could ever love me.
This was her first foray into a slightly edgier sound, and it really works. Okay, so this is where we really see hard rock Taylor step into the spotlight. On her 2010 album Speak Now, there were a few tracks that employed like electric guitar and pounding drums to really create a sound that, in my opinion, wouldn't sound out of place on an Evanescence setlist. The track Haunted is a prime example of this, like using lyrics straight out of an edgy teen notebook, spelling out a story all about how there was a boy who was all she wanted, but now she's haunted. Like, are you kidding me? She really brings the drama in this one, with an especially gothic feeling string section soaring above the electric guitar, and like a desperation that feels so cathartic to scream along to. They're feeling some of that drama and desperation right now. I especially had fun contrasting this one with songs like Together by Avril Lavigne. super fun angsty vibe. Another standout from Speak Now, Better Than Revenge, really scratches the whole cliche, my man cheated on me, so now I'm gonna take it out on the other woman itch that was covered in a lot of alternative songs in the early 2000s. The easiest comparison to make is obviously Paramore's Misery Business, but I also, oddly enough, heard a little bit of a Forever the Sickest Kids kind of melody in this one. The chorus of their song My Worst Nightmare sounds a lot like Taylor's chorus. And it all just adds up to make a really nostalgic emo vibe that I get when I listen to this track. She also makes a bunch of silly, slightly sexist digs in this song that just remind me of a lot of what I like about alternative music. Sort of the like, I'm upset but let's dance about it vibe. Also just like literally her whole fight to reclaim her catalog, and also the whole extended universe that she's built around the song All Too Well. Like, I don't care what anyone says, that song is emo as hell. Alright, we've reached the end of the video, folks. In all seriousness, Taylor Swift's catalog has meant a lot to me, especially as someone who's gotten into her fairly recently after getting over the mental block that like, Taylor Swift is pop and pop is dumb, and like literally fuck that. I think my favorite thing about her music is just how she's always legitimized big emotions, especially the emotions surrounding the experience of being a teenage girl, a time when everything is new and confusing and you're always being told that you're doing things wrong or feeling things wrong. Her music is pure artistry and has really helped me and many others through difficult times, and also created this like thriving, supportive fan community. And what's more emo than that? If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. It means the world to me. I also just wanted to say thank you so much for all the engagement and attention on my last video reacting to Avril Lavigne's Bite Me. That video has done better than any of my videos, and it was so fun to make, and I'm so excited to have some more people with me on this crazy ass journey. So thank you. If you've been enjoying my content so far, it would mean the world to me if you would like, subscribe, or comment. It means everything to me as a smaller creator. I have been Nina. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.